Hello everyone, konnichiwa. Welcome to the 32nd lesson of the basic Japanese series for beginners. In this video, you will learn the Japanese word for time. You will also learn how to express the duration of time in hours, days, weeks, months and years. And by the end of this lesson, you will not only be able to frame questions and ask how long something is going to take, but also be able to respond to such questions. So please watch it till the end. Let me begin with the word Jikan. The kanji, which is a Chinese character of Jikan, consists of two characters. The character on the left is a combination of the character for sun and the character for a Buddhist temple. And the sun rising over a Buddhist temple and its steady movement shows time or hour of the clock. Say for example Juniji, which means 12 o'clock, Ichiji, which means 1 o'clock, and so on. The character on the right is a combination of the character for gate and the character for sun or day, and together it means interval or space. So you can see time or hour on the left and interval on the right, and the literal meaning of Jikan is time or hour interval, and it is used not only to express time but also the duration of time in hours. Now that you have learned the word Jikan and its meaning, let us learn how to express the time period using numbers. If you are not yet familiar with numbers, please watch my video on numbers and master how to pronounce the smaller numbers first. Actually, in order to tell the correct time period, you just need to add the appropriate words to the numbers. Let me begin with hours. To give the time period in hours, you just need to add the word Jikan to the numbers. For example, for 1 hour, by adding Jikan to Ichi, we will get Ichijikan. For 2 hours, we will get Nijikan. For 3 hours, we will get Sanjikan, and so on. Just remember that for 4 hours, it will be Yojikan and not Yonjikan. And for 9 hours, it will be Kujikan and not Kyujikan. Okay? Next, let me go to minutes. To give the time period in minutes, you just need to add the word fun to the numbers. But note that fun is pronounced as spun when preceded by some numbers like 1, 3, 4, 6, 8 and 10. For example, for 1 minute, it will be ippun. For 2 minutes, it will be nifun. For 3 minutes, it will be sampun, and so on. You can actually see my video on how to tell time, wherein I have discussed it in length. Anyways, for the beginners, just remember gofun in case of 5 minutes and jippun in case of 10 minutes. Next, let me go to days. Except for one day, which is ichinichi, you just need to follow the days of the month in Japanese. For example, for 2 days, it will be futsuka. For 3 days, it will be mikka. For 4 days, it will be yokka. And so on. Next, let me go to weeks. To give the time period in weeks, you just need to add the word shukan to the numbers. For example, for 1 week, it will be ishukan. For 2 weeks, it will be nishukan. For 3 weeks, it will be sanshukan. For 4 weeks, it will be Yonshukan, and so on. Next, let me go to months. To give the time period in months, you just need to add the word kagetsu to the numbers. For example, for 1 month, it will be ikkagetsu. For 2 months, it will be nikagetsu. For 3 months, it will be sankagetsu. For 4 months, it will be yonkagetsu, and so on. Next, let me go to years. To give the time period in years, you just need to add the word nen to the numbers. For example, for 1 year, it will be ichinen. For 2 years, it will be ninen. For 3 years, it will be sannen. For 4 years, it will be yonen, and so on. Actually, the Japanese are very particular about time. And even if it is a small task, they will ask you the duration. That is, how long it will take to complete a particular task. And if you know how to convey it in Japanese, it will be really helpful at work. So please go through these tables and become familiar with them. Okay? Next, let us learn a sentence pattern that is used to ask the length of time. The word Donokurai means how long, and the verb kakarimasu means to take when referring to time. So the question Donokurai kakarimasu ka translates to how long does it take. Now, assuming that there are two places, a person's home and company, and if you want to ask how long it takes from the person's home to the company, in Japanese the question will be Uchi kara kaisha made donokurai kakarimasu ka? And if it takes 20 minutes by car, then in Japanese the reply will be Uchi kara kaisha made kuruma de 20 分 kakarimasu. Let me give you a few more examples and the usage will become clear. Bus is basu. How long is donokurai? And to take when referring to time is kakarimasu. To ask how long it will take from airport to Osaka by bus, in Japanese the question will be Kuko kara Osaka made bus de donokurai kakarimasu ka? And if it takes 2 hours, then in Japanese the reply will be Jikan kakarimasu. Let me give you another example. Aircraft is hikoki. How long is donokurai? And to take when referring to time is kakarimasu. To ask how long it will take from India to Japan by flight, in Japanese the question will be Indo kara Nihon made hikoki de donokurai kakarimasu ka? And if it takes 8 hours and 30 minutes, then in Japanese the reply will be 8 jikan han kakarimasu. For 30 minutes, you can also use 30 分, but the Japanese normally use han to express the half an hour portion of the time in case of 1.5 hours, 2.5 hours, and so on. Let me give you another example. Kaishi means start or commencement. Say for example, start of some task or work. And kanryo means completion. To ask how long it will take from start to completion, in Japanese the question will be Kaishi kara kanryo made donokurai kakarimasu ka? And if it is going to take 1 year and 6 months, then in Japanese the reply will be 1年半 kakarimasu. For 6 months, you can also use rokkagetsu, but the Japanese normally use han to express the 6-month portion of the time in case of 1.5 years, 2.5 years, and so on. Next, let us learn how to translate simple English sentences to Japanese. The first sentence is, how long were you there in Japan? How long is donokurai? Japan is Nihon. And to be present or be there is imasu. Since the past tense of imasu is imashita, the translation will be Donokurai Nihon ni imashita ka? Let us go to the second sentence. Railway station is eki, from is kara, and how long is donokurai? So the translation will be Eki kara donokurai kakarimasu ka? Let us go to the third sentence. Hotel is hoteru and until or to is made. So the translation will be Hoteru made donokurai kakarimasu ka? Let us go to the fourth sentence. To walk is arukimasu and by walk is aruite. So the translation will be Aruite donokurai kakarimasu ka? Let us go to the fifth sentence. Every night is maiban and to study is benkyou shimasu. So the translation will be Maiban donokurai benkyou shimasu ka? Let us go to the last sentence. This is kono, work is sagyo, 3 weeks is sanshukan, and to take when referring to time is kakarimasu. You also know the verb omoimasu, which means to think. And the sentence pattern, plain form to omoimasu, is used when a sentence starts with I think. Since the plain form of kakarimasu is kakaru, the translation will be Kono sagyo wa 3 shukan kakaru to omoimasu. Now, with all these examples, I think you will be able to convey the time period without any difficulty. So that is it for now. I hope this video was useful. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. And if you found the video good, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.